Lovely to meet you, Rashmika. And I want to know, you are someone who has these, adjectives prefixed to her name. Influential, national crush, blockbuster.
Oh.
Easy lies the head that wears the crown?
Oh, no. I think it's just the opposite. I think now it's giving me more responsibility to do so much more better work. I think, like the previous work just motivates you to do like better in your next. So I think I'm in that mind space rather than wearing a crown.
But honestly, they call you the most bankable star. I mean, if you see your roster too, but you're someone that, the makers are assured that people are going to go to the theaters or the platform to watch your films.
Oh, I'm so glad. Like, I have this tendency of making, like, example, if I'm doing a film with someone, I just want my team to be like, oh, we're so grateful that we have her. I think that's the best sort of compliment you can get while doing a film.
Awesome. But do you realize your popularity? Do you realize that you keep notching up the popularity quotient? I mean, your name, it's trending on Twitter. It trends on Instagram. You just have to say Rashmika.
Oh, this I don't know. I'm really glad. Thank you. As in, yeah, I feel like I'm living in this bubble where I don't see what's actually happening out there. I'm just like, okay, आज ये shoot है, कल वो shoot है, so I just have to practice my lines, get it right, move on.
Wow.
Yeah.
All work and no play.
Yeah.
Okay, but now we're talking about Mission Majnu. I'm not going to say Bollywood debut or anything because you're an actor. You could be debuting in any language. But
yes.
How have the past few years been? Because you really have been the talk of the town, literally. So, yeah, how has it been? Yeah, touch wood.
Well, it's been extremely exciting ride for me, I must be honest, because ever since my first film, there was such immense love. And for someone who doesn't come from a film background or, a film studies, so I didn't know how to sort of like be an actor. So for me, being an actor is like my journey is my schooling, so my last 5 years has been extremely lovely, but at the same time, it's an extremely, I've had my ups and downs, but at the same time, I've realized that I have grown over the years. And I keep making fun of myself with my mom saying, Ma, I think I'm much older in my head than I actually am.
I know, but that wisdom for someone so young is just amazing. And I see that tattoo that says irreplaceable.
Yeah, now I'm like, I think I'm too old for this.
Wow. So what are you planning to get tattooed?
Oh, no. Nothing as of now.
But irreplaceable is, it's also a nice affirmative thing to have here, because in an industry that tends to get replaced really easily.
Yeah.
So what was actually the reason for you to get this tattoo?
I think when I did get it done, I initially had, like, there was this boy in my college who came and said, oh, girls can't take so much pain, as girls are very scared of needles. And I was a rebel back then. I was like, I'll show you. And then I wanted to get a tattoo done, but I didn't know what to actually get done. I didn't want to be like anything. Like, I didn't know. I wanted something. And then I was sitting and thinking this through, and I've always had this urge to being real. Just being me. And I feel like every person, every human being is irreplaceable. Like, your energy cannot be replaced by someone else's energy. To your parents, nobody else can be you. You're irreplaceable to them. So I was like, yeah, all of us are unique in our own ways and irreplaceable. So I was like, okay, I want to show that and remind people that everyone is important.
Don't you dare challenge her. But you are irreplaceable. So, I mean, it's a fact, and you manifested it literally. I'm working with Siddharth, and it's also Secret Agent, set in the 70s.
Yes.
What was the entire experience like, and what was the reason to say yes to this?
Right. Initially, when I heard the script, I was like, when I heard the script, of course, it's very engaging, it's very interesting, and just the life of this unsung hero. Based on true events, and this is one of its kind. And you know, I've never done a film like this, which is actually based out of true events. So I was like, okay, like when you're talking about an unsung hero, I want to be a part of it. First of all, listening to the script, they already had me in. But I think, like, honestly, when they told me the climax of the film,
Mhm.
I was in tears. And then I was like, you know, whatever it is, yeah, we're doing a periodic film and there's this performance and there's, you know, so much this character has, so many layers this character has. But when I heard the climax, I'm like, oh my God, I love it. So I think
Wow.
one of the main reasons why I said yes to the film.
So what actually has your process, has it changed from the time from Geeta Govindam to now? If you were to track back your journey, what has changed? And if you were to look back, I mean,
I think I was just mentioning this to Sid that, you know, it was actually 2 years back since we started Mission Majnu, and we finished the whole film, and we had the film for us for a little more than a year, I think. So since then, like 2 years back to who I am today is extremely different, completely different people. The way I think, the way I perform, the way I receive my films, the way I want to, like, you know, sort of like enact is completely different. So I was like, Sid, when I was just watching Machine, it just reminded, it just feels like a baby is performing there. And you know, suddenly you, like today I'm shooting for Animal and I'm like, wow, like my performance there and here is so different. It's just amazing how, you know, you just grow as an actor.
no, true. And also as a person, another thing about you, you're extremely popular with the paps. Huh? You really, and you
They're
actually
my
make,
loves.
I know, you actually make time for them. Usually you have
Yes.
people like, I don't want to see, you'll stand and make that finger heart. And
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
lovely relationship to have.
Yes, I truly treasure that because I know in the end of the day, all of us are doing our job. I know that there's so much happening in this world that when someone talks to me, I just want to spread a little smile out there. I think that's where I started having this sort of relationship with the Pats, because in the end of the day, they wait in for like so late in the night and they do night shift and then early morning they're
Wow.
there. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, sometimes even I'm not in the mood to, like, you know, be all chirpy and, you know, smiley. But when I see them, I'm like, Arey, even you're doing so much hard work. So there's no point of me being like so, like, I don't have any reason to, like, not like you. So
Awesome. No, because your energy is such, you just come across as this very happy person, you know, going with the flow. Are you really that person? Or sometimes does Rashmika also have her moments of like,
of
stay
course,
away?
I'm still a human. So of course,
Seem
this,
like a superhuman.
no, I have my smiles, I have my cries, I have my angers, I have my frustration, I have them all, but I think my personality is such that I'm really uncomfortable showing my anger out or like my sadness out. So my only self-defense is smiles and happiness. And I know I'm very well aware that the world needs more of it.
Wow.
So I tend to give all of mine to the world, but yeah, the sadness and the frustration and the anger is all within myself, and I deal with it.
Wow. If there's an experience that you never want to re-experience, which one would that be?
Experience that I never want to experience
In this
again.
fabulous journey that you've had in the industry.
I think either positive and negative. It just turns you as a better human being. Like as an experience. No, I just wish, like, if I were to say one, I really wish my grandmom was still here. Because, like, your parents are thinking so much about you, but my go-to person was my grandma, and I lost her. So now I'm like, I can't, I want to talk to my parents, but I know they'll worry so much because, of course, you know, I'm in the industry. They don't know, like, the inner things about the industry. So I don't want to worry them, so I keep them in a bubble. But if my grandma was here, I'd be like, Granny, you know what, this happened, that happened.
But do you get impacted? Like, do you Google yourself or do you not? It's like John Abraham told me, he never opens the paper because there's always some lies written.
Well, Google myself, I don't know. Like for me, it's like, okay, if I were to go to Google and see, I'd be like, okay, which are the films, which order is my films, okay, how is it, it just takes you down the memory lane. You see your first film to all the films that you've done so far. I've done 15 films so far in all the different languages. And
she's truly the pan-Indian star. Huh? So it's the new word.
Yeah, it's a new word. But I like Indian film industry better.
Awesome.
Hello?
So no plans to go. Everyone wants to go, take that.
You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, but right now I'm really proud being a actor in the Indian film industry.
And lastly, before we wrap up, I mean, your roster, you are like the go-to heroine for like the top actors. You are a top actor yourself too. You pick up vibes. So from your co-actors, and you started with the phenomenon, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan.
Yes.
So
yes.
what vibe did you pick up from him?
I think with Sir, I just picked this thing up where he's just so poised. Like he has so much. He's just so calm. Like he carries this amazing aura of all the experiences and the life that he's led so far. But when you come to the set, he's just chilling with all of us. He's like, if I'm I used to do intermittent fasting when I was shooting in Goodbye, and at around 11-12 I break my fast, and he'd be like, what is this you're eating without sharing it with anyone? I'm like, sir, sorry, but I'm breaking my fast now. And he's like, oh, acha, theek hai. So it's nice to be with a man who's so big, but still a baby at heart.
Allu Arjun.
Allu Arjun, I think he has got this very strong, very confident sort of a aura with him. I think some of it I'm learning. I ask him a gazillion questions, and I'm getting a little, hacks into his life, and I love it. So I'll use it in my own.
Pushpa 2, you would have hacked it.
While performance, he's like a monster. When he gets on set, he converts himself into Pushpa, but like off camera, he's such an amazing person.
And lastly, Ranbir and Sidharth. I know Sidharth fed you a lot of jalebis.
Yes, he used to feed me so many jalebis, but I think Sid also, he is an extremely well-read person himself, and it's so interesting to have like small conversations with him, but at the same time, he's just like, he's himself, he'll just smile, he'll, like listen to you, converse with you, be interested in your conversations. And I think that's something which I picked from Sid. And RK would be how confident he is in his own skin as an actor.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a lot of people have that. And he's just so secure. He's like, yeah, your performance, I'm performing. Okay, both of us will create some magic, and I'm sure we are.
Which I'm sure that you are. Thank you so much. So what makes Rashmika Rashmika? If you could tell us, give us a secret into you so that we can pick up your vibe.
Well, I'm pretty simple. I think my family is still back in Coorg, and they're probably going to be watching this video, and they will back me up on this one, that I'm just just like this girl who had like dreams of, like, I don't know. I honestly didn't think I was going to be here today. I'm so grateful for everything.
How was the view from the top then?
Oh, no. I'm just like, I don't think ever in my life I'll get there, Like success just doesn't...
Irreplaceable.
Yeah, but this whole success and being celebrated is never going to get into my head. So tomorrow, I always keep thinking that, okay, tomorrow if I don't have anything, will I still be okay? And I think I will still be okay. So I'm still, in that mind space. So yeah, I don't know what to say.
Anyways, all the very best. Good luck.
Thank you.
And more power to you. You're starting the year with a bang.
Yes, I'm excited.
Thank you
so much.